Alright, 7:43 on a Friday morning. Traffic's moving slow on the 401. Skies are gray, but nothing you can't handle. Coming up next, we've got something to ease you into the weekend. This one's called Paper Romance by Groove Armada. Stay with us. I thought this episode was going to be about reading, but the more I sat with it, the more I realized it's about what happens when you stop feeding your imagination and you don't even realize that it's gone hungry. Because for a while, I did tell myself that more information meant more results. And at first, that was true. Every book I read opened something up. Every chapter that I read felt like progress. It was good until it wasn't. Until it all just went stale. And the strange thing about stale is that it doesn't announce itself. It doesn't arrive like a crisis. It just slowly makes everything feel a little flatter than what it used to. A little quieter, a little less alive. But I kept going. I kept reading the right things, kept consuming what I was supposed to consume. But I noticed that the ideas stopped coming the way that they used to. I noticed that I was moving through the days, but I wasn't really going anywhere inside of them. I guess you can say that I started to notice that the one thing that used to be loud started to go quiet. That was the first sign that this really wasn't about information. Because if more information meant more results, then I should be overflowing. But I wasn't. I was empty in a way that another book couldn't fix. So I stepped away and I went somewhere else entirely. I went to books like Berserk, A Surrogate Mother, A Sigil of Darkness. None of them were trying to teach me anything, but all of them had taken me somewhere I have not been in a long time. And that's where I have to say something that I think gets missed a lot. There is a difference between telling a story and being a storyteller. You can learn every technique, every structure, every framework for how a story is supposed to work, and you will still be missing the thing that makes people feel it. That thing does not live in a book about storytelling. It actually lives within the worlds that you allow yourself to get lost in. Those characters that you decided to follow into the dark. The type of endings that stuck with you a little longer than they should have. You can't learn your way into being a storyteller. You have to live your way there. Fiction gave me that back. Not as a lesson, just as an experience. It was like a reminder of what it feels like to just be pulled somewhere. To essentially feel something that wasn't really planned for. To come out the other end of a story and just kind of like sit with it for a while. That's what's gone missing. Not strategy, not discipline, not even output, just that feeling. And the cool part is that once you remember what it feels like, you can't unfeel it. The story you tell after that is different. It has something in it that wasn't there before. Something that you really cannot manufacture and you sure as hell cannot shortcut. Because this was never really about reading fiction. It was about remembering that the best stories don't come from knowing how to tell them. They come from having actually lived inside enough of them to know what a real one feels like. And if you've been talking yourself out of something because you couldn't justify it for anyone else, that might be worth sitting with. Because sometimes the thing that feels like a detour ends up being the whole point. And this is my way of saying I control the show now, and I'm just getting started.